Hello, hello. How we doing today? Dude, so hot right now. The humidity is killing me. It's horrible. Hey, Lord Puppet. How you doing today? Thanks for joining. You too, Dark. Thanks for joining. How you guys doing this Friday night? Good. Good. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well today. Like I said, very warm, but other than that, it's been a good day. Can't complain all too much anyways. Today we're going to be picking up where we left off on our last one. We had just made it to the Goblin camp and did screw up getting the owlbear cub, so that sucks. But we're going to go ahead and take care of all the things that there is to do in this area. Yeah, should be a fun stream. I don't expect any major problems to happen, but you never know, because this game tends to throw curveballs at you. And I have a propensity for doing the wrong thing and screwing up on this playthrough, so we'll see what happens. We have already talked to this merchant, Grat the Trader, and we've already gotten rid of Volo as well. However, we will be doing a couple things. You can do chicken chasing. Let's do it. Why not?
Well now, you look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts?
All that and more.
And you're gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken.
That was a weird glitch. Chicken chasing? What?
Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase the chicken round the course and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been bested by the bird.
Bested by the bird. Yeah, seems easy enough.
Fancy yourself, do you? Care to pin that claim down with some coin?
Come on, let's make a real wager.
Cocky, eh? Maybe you've got the skill to back it up, or maybe I'm about to make a heap of coin. Let's get a crowd going and find out, eh?
We should make haste.
What are you waiting
This place
for?
is making me feel stupider by the second. I mean...
Chicken!
Burning! Feathers burning!
So this is a lot easier than it might seem initially.
Help!
Don't get too confused, because you can just talk to the chicken and tell it, hey, run through those posts, you'll be free.
Free? Free! Free!
Of course, Karlak disapproves, so that's a bummer. But that's okay. Let me get some fireworks. Nice.
Come here.
We can come back over here. Talk to Krala again.
Well, looky here. Seems like you know your way around the course.
Hand over my winnings, lady.
Pardon? Your what? Think you misunderstood, mate. Ain't no winnings, 'cause only a goblin can win chicken chase. Says so in the rules.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I'm not going to waste the Illithid on this, but I will go ahead and say, look, we're having fun. Why ruin it now? I should have gotten Shadowheart over here. I'll use an inspiration on this. Oh, nice. Good time for that.
All right. No need to get weepy over it, like. Here.
There. So now we just earned a little bit more money. You'll notice that I'm not bothering to loot anything or steal anything right now. And there's a reason for that.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Bottoms up, hey? These little lads snagged some pretty decent drink.
These are the two that we rescued earlier. And we can come this way. Talk to this guy. This conversation is way more fun if you're an evil character, but you can still have some fun with him.
Fresh disarm with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest? Humans. Think you rule the world. Ah!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
A lot of assumptions here. I don't think I'm better than anyone else.
Everyone says that. And then they spit in our faces. but no more. Things are changing. We got the Absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your face.
Well, go on. Give him a nibble.
An Astarian. How about you kiss my feet instead? There we go. Guidance always makes things easier.
Ugh. Look, mate, just piss off. You're not welcome here.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Kiss my foot. Now. Ah. Sad day. I want to save my inspiration for something that's coming up, so I'm going to leave it alone.
Push it, worm.
But feel free to continue to push him to do that if you want to.
Yeah. I think I will.
Oop. Is this going to trigger the whole thing, or is this just one of them? Ah, yeah, this is... Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. He is just basically showboating right now. Feel free to switch to her. Let's turn... Ooh, that is off. Wow. He has good defense.
Poor fucker.
A rough tempest I will raise.
What's the plan?
I don't like that they start surrounding me. See? That's all it is. Just beat him up. You don't have to kill him right now.
I yield! I yield!
Since when has yielding been an option? Gut the little rodent.
Ow. You kiss my feet.
Yes! Yes!
There it is.
There! There! I've done it.
And then I'm just going to leave him groveling for now. Weird.
Crazy, deranged monsters shouldn't be allowed in.
I'll leave that alone for now. And then we'll go this way real quick. Where are the kids? Oh, the kids aren't here. Weird. Maybe they'd run at the first sign of a fight. That's fine.
Surely there's a
Unlock
spell
this
for
chest.
sort of thing.
I should mention that if you happen to keep the owlbear cub alive, you'll find him in this camp. But you have to do that before you get here. Otherwise, because that's what happened to me. I
Something over there.
tried keeping him alive, but I came here first, so it kind of screwed it up. But he replaces the chicken, so if you do the chicken chasing, it's owlbear cub chasing, and if you free him, you can get him in your camp a little bit later on. We'll come down here.
Can't even enjoy a drink in peace.
Only one person needs to go up this way, and I do recommend you stick to just the one person, because there should be traps up here. There we go.
I better be careful not to trigger that thing.
That everyone might set off. Goodness. Or he can just set off by himself. That's fine too. Take his notes. We'll take this weave moss. Lockpick this. Yeah, seriously, wicked terrible rolls. Look at that. Ridiculous. Luckily, this is just a Thieves' Tools situation, so I can just re-roll it. But my goodness. I am not having luck at all with my rolls today. Great Axe, we're just going to sell that. Send those off, and we can go back. Where are those guys? They're not around here, right? Okay, since we're over here, we're going to go ahead and kill this guy. We're out of view of everyone else, and he can die without alerting the rest of the camp. We're going to go over here, back up this way now. I don't know what's up with that guy. And then we're going to go over here to this guy, who's the guy who just kissed our foot.
I feel apologetic already.
Who's taking a wee off the bridge. We're going to kill him as well. And he actually doesn't even start a fight, which I think is really interesting. You can just straight up kill him. And he drops a really nice ring, which gives you +3 to movement speed. So naturally, we're going to give that to one of our melee characters. Harlack, she seems to need it more at the moment. So let's give her that, and then we'll give...
What's next?
Shadowheart ring that she was using, the nature and survival skill. That works for me. And then we can come up here. This area, I will go ahead and loot whatever I come across. Okay, and then we go back this way when we come up here. Remember when I mentioned earlier, I think it was like one of the first few sessions that we had, I mentioned a skeleton that makes me laugh hysterically every time I see it? This is him. That is a bottle inside of him. But what kills me is this scroll of grease. Oh, it's so funny. I just love pointing out that those gears turn. Oh my. Indeed. Okay, don't need to worry about the collapsed burrow. It just leads to somewhere inside the camp. We'll get there eventually on our own. Ooh, new shield. Give this one to Gale.
Well.
Once per short rest, if you're below 50% hit points and take damage, you gain 8 temporary hit points. It's just going to keep him alive a little bit longer, and it's a better shield than what he currently had equipped, so might as well. How the bottle stayed intact during the whole process is even more amazing. What's that called? That's the one. Yep. Coming up here, there's just a couple more items to sell. Nothing special. Lightning resistance elixir. Ooh, that's new. You don't see that here very often. I will take that.
Never knew goblins can't hold their liquor.
Ooh, nice. Another one. Damn. Send that one to Astarion. These elixirs of arcane cultivation, keep those on Shadowheart. Yeah, Peerless Focus as well. They give her a free spell slot for the day, which is nice. Comes in handy when in a pinch. Try and jump, like, over here if you can, because jumping close to those things will wake them up and they get annoyed with you. It's not the end of the world. You just talk them out of it. Okay, then we're going to come this way.
Excellent. Here, help us out. Says here that goblinoids are obstreperous and malodorous. What's that mean?
It means smelly and noisy.
Ain't that the truth? Proper stink around here, now we've settled it. And all that ruckus makes it hard to concentrate on reading.
Most goblins I've met aren't terribly interested in reading.
That's what the bloke who wrote this said. Proper impressed by my brain smarts, he was. Said he's writing a book about the Absolute. Lads didn't like that. Said he was a spy or some such. Think they've locked him in the cells already. Well, I had a good chinwag with him, though. Interesting bloke.
That bloke was Volathamp Gadarm, famed chronicler of the realms.
Yeah, he mentioned that about 1,000 times. Don't matter how famed he is, he's gonna end up as supper.
Interesting note about Volo. When you talk to him, you'd think that he'd be a bard. He's not. He's actually a wizard. Fun fact. Have you met any other interesting people? A druid, perhaps?
There were some troublemakers, but they're either dead or wishing they were. Don't know if there was a druid, though. He's probably down in the pens, fattening up the wargs like all the rest.
And Volo, will he be fed to the wargs too?
Nah, we're keeping him as our own little plaything. As long as he don't ask any more awkward questions.
Kind of awkward questions.
He wanted to know if we felt any extra booyog in the air since converting.
And? Has your tribe's power increased?
Yeah. Priestess Gut is fierce and powerful now. So's Rexlin, our boss. Them's true souls now. Just like that drow. They have the kind of booyog that comes from being chosen by a god.
And what is booyog?
Magic. Then what the Absolute chooses are brimming with it. Priestess Gut and our boss, Rexlin, are fierce and powerful now. Same as that drow.
Just repeated himself. Could I see that manuscript?
I ain't finished with it. There's enough reading here to last me a lifetime.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I'm not going to waste Dia Wisdom on this either. A lot of opportunities for this, though. You should spend your time in prayer, not reading this nonsense. Jeez, even that was a bad roll.
Suppose you're right. Absolute rewards faith, not book learning. Take it. Maybe if I pray hard enough, I'll get some of that booyag for myself.
There you go. And that's how you get a book from dear old Volo. We'll separate Gale real quick, have him bounce over here, and then bounce over here. Okay. this. And we can go back over here. Back up here. And over here. Alright, now we're going to switch to, I don't know, anyone else. Karlach? Why not? We're going to have her go finish this route. Notice that we're leaving Gale up here.
That wall's dangerously weak.
Grab all that. Yeah, this one I will steal, since no one's up here. Same with the items up here. Since I'm already up here, might as well grab them. Head down here. Feel free to talk to the rest of the goblins, do whatever. There's some dwarf meat over here if you want that for whatever reason. But what I've found the best way to do this is to have Karlach
I could go for a good meal.
come over here. Astarion over here. Shadowheart like right here. And actually, we're gonna have
Someone there.
Astarion start us off, since this guy is back here.
You're being arrested for assault.
And we're not even going to bother. We're not going to acquiesce. We're not going to talk our way out of it. We are going to straight up attack him. Oh, nice. Okay, so there's only one of them over here. That's pretty cool. That doesn't happen.
Fun.
Let's go ahead and kill him by himself if we can. Nice. That made this whole thing a little bit easier. Great. Back over
Charmer.
here.
While I'm at it.
Get you back over here. And we will switch to
Let's get on
Shadowheart.
with it.
Where's that guy that comes over here? There he is. I think we can probably kill you too. Without
You're
pissing
being
anyone else off.
arrested for assault.
Again, straight up attack him. There it is. There's everyone. That's what we wanted. Okay. The chaos.
Seek and you
Now,
shall
Gale
find
up
me.
here is not a part of this fray yet. So he can go ahead and take a shot at this guy. Hey, what are you doing? Where are you going? You just run away? That's a first. Weird. Okay. That was weird. But since he has the high ground advantage, you can now have him go ahead and pick one of these guys. Let's say one of the magic casters is usually the best way to go about this, because they're your biggest threat. Andric, or the warriors. Yeah, let's have him go ahead and attack Andric, I guess. There. Now he's a part of this. Yeah, that was a weird one. He like ran away. I've never seen that happen before. It is a whole lot of folks. And then we get him over here.
Let's have some fun.
And we will have... Oof, I really kind of wish that his turn was a little bit later. Oh, it's fine.
You're mine.
Normally I have them come to me, but in this case... it'll be fine. That's 2 down. I'll have Karlach. Frenzy for this. She doesn't actually need the extra damage that it gives, but the extra attacks are really nice.
Ready for this?
Okay, and then we wait. Keep an eye on him.
Bet them guts are nice and juicy.
Now these ones up here with Gale, that might be a problem. You reach Gale with a spell. You cannot. Alright, yeah, those ones up top are going to be a problem. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and do... Maybe you get
Have to keep
closer
going.
first of all. Just a level 1 guiding bolt. Nothing too fancy, but it does decent damage. And then we wait again.
Crush the ball bag! Rip the gizzard's face off!
That was interesting. He missed, but still did damage and pushed her. I wonder what he threw. Alright, now we have some fun. Let's go ahead and start off with just a frenzied strike, or a regular attack on him. And then this person should die if we go ahead and do a greater weapon. Then, okay, that's going to be 2 more down. Gale. Gale. What are you doing, buddy? Let's go ahead and have you use that, heal up a little bit. And then... turn that on. Yeah, because this is either going to hit him or not. Nice. 1 down. I'll have you back up a little bit more as well. Yeesh. Things do not like Gale. Okay. Do not like. Yeah, alright, we're gonna have to do this ignoring Karlach for a little bit. That's fine. Heal yourself, and then there you go.
You've been in better shape.
Take you.
Let them take their turns. Gotta love Astarion. That's a monk ability. Catches an arrow that's shot at him and hurls it back at the enemy. Stop using that, you dick. Oh, that has really screwed me over, that ult ability. So, we're gonna have Karlach make sure that does not happen again. But first, Karlach is gonna have a potion so she does not die.
Incoming.
Okay.
Battle of wits.
Gale. Finish her off, please. Thank you. And then go ahead and have another potion. Go. And you should be okay right there. I don't really want you standing that close to the edge, though. A lot more of these things would be dead if Astarion wasn't halted twice. But it's alright. It happens. Oof. Okay. Which one of these is a bigger range? You might hit all of them. Boom. Okay, that's gonna help. And then screw it, do both of them, because you two are the worst. So there you go. Those two are back to full health. Steelyx is... I think he's sleeping in the room right now. So, nothing too fancy. Ouch. Gale just got sent. Did Gale just get knocked out? I think so. There's another one down. Alright, now we can actually attack. Thank you. Good God. Gale has 1 health. Holy shit. that attack. Have him get
Knight to
up.
King
Oop.
5.
Not over the... Thank you. We'll have him drink this last one.
Time for a cull.
Tharian, I haven't really decided what I want you to do. I think I want you to just take this guy out.
Let's go.
Okay, and then we'll have you come and hopefully get this person out. With a frenzied strike. There we go. That'll take care of that summoned animal over there as well. And then we'll have her move up as much as she can. That'll be good. Normally the ones up top don't get triggered. I thought it was super weird that the guy ran away instead of fighting, but it happens. All of her ranged ones are done, so we're gonna go ahead and have her kill that guy. Enough of that crap. And then have her come over here, heal Harlak. There we go. Yeah, makes it a little harder for me, but ultimately I'm not too worried about it. We should still survive. As long as neither of them goes down right now, we should be fine. That was painful. Oh, you... Okay, one more down. Have him go up here. Distract all these guys. There we go. Now he's threatening all of them. You've been weak. Let's just go ahead and have you take this guy. Another one down.
Soldier.
Have her go up.
Unleash me.
Gale should be able to. I'm gonna have him take another potion, just to be on the safe side. You don't have anything else to throw, do you? Ah! Ah ha ha! For throw a potion over here, hit Harlak. Ah, it hit the enemy. Oh well, that's fine. And then we will have you do one of these on... Can you reach, Gale?
This will help with the pain.
There you go. That's her last spell slot. More dead. Okay, I'll have you do that. Have you go kill this one. And you can use this on him, finish him off.
Over there.
Go over here.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Gale, please. There you go. Attaboy. This way and then over here. Okay. Only got a handful left. Kind of want to do that, but kind of don't. Just have you do this. There you go. What are you doing? Huh. I've never seen an enemy intentionally jump and take damage like that. There's one less, and then we'll have you go... Alright, who's left? This person, those two up top, which are now sleeping again. hilariously. So we'll have you go this way.
This is gonna feel good. Covered.
No gloom, all doom.
Maybe. Oh, you can't even come close to that guy in that case.
Pawn
Out
to
here.
cleric
See if you
4.
can maybe target one of these guys. I don't think you can. Path's interrupted. Yeah, it's okay.
Heading there.
You go this way. Can't believe this guys just fell asleep. That's so funny to me.
On my way.
Fuck yes. Aye, aye.
Ugh, I hate the camera angles in these massive battles. Go all the way up here. There we go.
Quickly.
And now you have to follow them.
Swiftly now.
Do, 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 do.
A little help, please.
If she can't take out a single goblin by herself, I just don't know what to say to that. There you go. One more hit. You got this. I'm gonna go take that just to play it safe.
On my word.
Hauling ass. Oh my gosh, Shadowheart.
A better position.
All right, Karlak. It's go time.
Shall we cut and run?
Certainly.
Get you over here. These guys are gonna be too far away, right? Yeah. One more turn for Gale. And there he goes. She goes. Oh my god, Shadowheart. The insanity of it all. One more down.
Step
Count on me.
I speak, they burn. Outflank, outsmart.
There we go. Jeez.
Cheer me up, quick!
How many is that? That's like 5 in a row. It's insane. Karlak comes in and just ends the fight. There we go. And that is everyone outside of the freaking Goblin camp. Oh, man. Normally it's a little smoother if you can take on the drunk guys on their own, but clearly I just did it without, you know, too much of an issue. Used a few more healing items than I had intended, but ultimately it's not the end of the world if that does happen, clearly. Nope, I don't want the crate. Oh well. Okay, skeleton. You are going to take my crate. Thank you. This part might take a second because there's so many boxes. Most of them are empty. Some of them have like weapons like this. And now that everything's dead, we don't have to worry about anyone catching us and not being prepared for the fight. So that's why I like to wait. All these paintings are worth a decent amount of money.
Interesting.
Something there.
Separate Gale, have him jump up here. Should be able to with the strength the way that it is. And then you'll find a couple more items that you can loot. Oh, and that's how you free the owlbear cub. Everything's dead and it can run away now. Obviously, we don't have the owlbear cub, but that chicken is homebound. It'd be hilarious if we could get the chicken on our team, in our camp. Trader is going to have some fake items on him that are pretty good. I haven't quite figured out the drops for traders when you kill them. I don't know if it's random or what, but they always drop some of their magic items, not all of them. Okay. And you can come over here and loot all the crap that he was selling.
I'll just help myself.
Whole ass chicken. Nice. So many things to loot. Booze tub. Okay, that should be everything on the backside. And now we go over here. Roasted dwarf belly. If you are the dark urge, you can eat this and it will heal you. But for everyone else, don't even bother picking it up. It's not worth its weight. I actually don't know. Look at that real quick. No, yeah, I am Astarian, so no. Yeah, it doesn't even heal Astarian, but it'll heal the dark urge. More dwarf. Don't need any of that. So that's the external goblin camp. Literally never have to come back out here again if you don't want to. Yeah, everyone's dead. It's all good. Boom, boom, boom. Next, we are going to go inside of the goblin camp.
Bloody racket.
Shattered Sanctum, which is the goblin camp proper.
Oi! Ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work. State your business. Now.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I think I'm going to try to save this one for a little bit longer. No, I definitely don't want to attack him. You can. I wouldn't recommend it because you're going to have to fight your way through this. And there's actually some really good things that you can get from being at least initially nice to the goblins. So try to avoid that for now. You know what? I will use it right now. I need to save my inspiration. So
Your blood runs quicker, feeding the gnawing absence at the center of your mind.
Oh, beg pardon. You must be here to join the other true souls. Please, go right ahead.
why are you calling me a true soul?
Well, because that's what you are, innit? One of them as hears our thoughts. And the voice of the Absolute.
Right.
Like
Totally.
Priestess Gut and Boss Ragslin. Gods, we even got a drow now. The Absolute is gathering us all together. For something big, I reckon.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
Not your usual haunt, I take it.
Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
That'll be some real fun.
You don't have to come up here, but you know me and my looting. I'm gonna pop over here real quick and grab this chest that's in this corner. Ah, torch. I got robbed. There is not one on the other side, so I'm not gonna bother.
And once the whelp starts singing, we'll know who sent them.
First things first, we are going to go straight forward.
Hear the Absolute's voice? Do you feel
Smells like burnt flesh in
inside
here.
you?
I only hear her through you, priestess.
That's because she chose me. You're not worthy yet.
We're just gonna listen to this conversation for a little bit, just for story reasons.
Are you ready for the Absolute's mark on your flesh?
Yeah. And then I'll hear her voice.
You're too feeble. Her voice is a blade. It'd cut your brain to bits.
Then we can go up here and talk to True Soul Gut.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
I assume this mark has a purpose?
Shows our devotion to the Absolute. These maggots see how strong we are with her guidance. Whole camp will be branded soon, and you should be too. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting.
I'm just gonna go through with it. Why not? There are some minor benefits to doing this, but it's not strictly
Hold
necessary.
still.
As pain muddles your thoughts, your minds become entangled. A familiar sensation. She, too, carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the Goblin Priestess, receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the Goblin Priestess in the temple once again.
Push deeper into her mind.
Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there. Digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
Say whatever you want here. I'm gonna ask her if she thinks she can fix whatever is causing those shadows.
With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Okay, that's gonna shoo her away. Grab this potion of healing, because why not?
No interest in chatting to the Absolute myself. I've got enough going on up here.
This is who we want to talk to first. Doesn't really matter, but if you read... It's one of these. I don't remember which. It unlocks a dialogue option with him. But yeah, Abdirak is the guy that we want to talk to first.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here.
You recognize the Scourge. This man is a follower of Leviatar, goddess of pain.
Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
What do you mean?
I was invited to teach them some of my techniques. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But alas, these goblins seem to thrive on the crude and primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
Personally, I love his voice. I thought a follower of Leviatar would approve of pain.
You know the Maiden of Pain. How refreshing. But there is more to us than that. Yes, we worship her through pain, often our own, but it is an intimate and loving thing, one we offer up. If you would permit it, I can show you firsthand.
Go ahead. I'm sure you're in need of a little penance.
Regardless of how you feel about this, I do recommend going through with what's about to happen because there is a benefit, and on honor mode, I think it's very helpful. So, I saw your book. Let me try some of those techniques. Or I am curious.
An eager student indeed. Those are advanced devotions. The mistress would approve. Indicate which instrument calls to you, and let us put it to work.
Whichever one doesn't really matter here. Typically, I have Shadowheart's Warding Bond on my main character, because normally I play as a barbarian. So that does help in this situation, but even without it, you should be fine. I'll have what you're having.
Oh, I do believe we are both going to enjoy this. Both Leviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one. And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me. Simply face the wall, and we can begin.
Alright, so do as he says.
This will do nicely. The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it.
Okay, on these ones, what you want to do is you either want to succeed all 3 performance or all 3 intimidation. If you choose Constitution, you either need to... I forgot how it works, but it's like pass the first 2, fail the third or something. So you're better off either sticking to performance or intimidation. Personally, I'm going to go with intimidation. Come on, a child can hit harder than that. Use guidance. This is why I wanted to keep my inspiration right here.
You want more? As you wish, dear one.
Would you have joined up with him if you'd known he'd be indulging in this sort of thing, Astarion?
I mean, I had my hopes.
Wonderful. Just wonderful.
You look tired. Should I take over?
Wonderful. You want more? I'll give it to you.
My. Who knew our friend had so much blood in them?
Try not to lick your lips as you say that.
That's it! Welcome the pain. Let it become part of you.
Hit me as hard as you can, or I'll return the favor.
I hope that's a promise, dear one. Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true believer. I could feel Loviatar's pleasure with every sting of my scourge. I am proud to have served you this penance.
You could have hit me much harder.
You're starting to sound like the goddess herself, dear one. Loviatar herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing. And on a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine.
Hey, we got our inspiration back. Cool. And now we have Leviatar's Love. This lasts throughout the rest of the game. When you have 30% hit points or less, you gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls and wisdom saving throws. So, absolutely helpful in a pinch.
My beautiful, penitent child. You have already enjoyed my ministrations. Do not be greedy.
Hilarious. Alright, after that we can head this way. Come and talk to Mr. Volo. Although we may have to talk to her first.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. It's mine.
So I see. Do you have plans for this pigeon?
Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya?
Your pet is actually a rather famous writer.
Him? Nah.
Oh, I hate to see such a lovely creature in a cage.
Hey, he don't mind. Keeps him safe from me mates. Raids make 'em rabid. Then catch one on your own.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your Illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
He looks weak. Sick, even. He won't last long in there. You do whichever one you want. The point being is we're trying to... Oh my gosh, these rolls tonight are killing me. Use that inspiration.
Take him for a joke, why don't ya? And don't let the lads snatch him up. No, tell him what they'll do to him. Bring him back when he's all tuckered out. Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
Okay, now we got the key. We can talk to Volo once she's gone.
You there? A friendly face? You haven't the looks about you of one of those cultists? No, sir. I'm in no hurry to take my turn on that spit out front. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to unlock this cage?
How did you end up in this place?
Curiosity, my friend. It didn't benefit the cat, but it's the foundation of my career. Though I admit I've hit something of an impasse. Please unlock my cell.
What career could possibly involve getting locked up by goblins?
Volo get up! Realm-renowned author, and tastemaker at your service.
Alright, I'll get you out.
Bless you, my friend. I'll wait nicely, but please don't tarry.
Okay, now we go ahead and unlock that cage.
Aha! I knew I could count on you, my friend. We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke?
How exactly did you get caught in this fine mess?
Why, by design, my friend. How better to learn the ways of a people than to live among them? I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'll be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley.
Slip the yoke? How do you intend to do that exactly?
An invisibility potion, my friend. A bit less refined than your mendacious methods, but by God, it'll do the trick.
Tell him to go to the camp. We'll talk there once we're both safe.
Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain!
Okay, and then he gets out, which is good. Well, that'll come into play a little bit later. Go ahead and loot this room. Since it's not considered stealing, we can do it safely. At this point, there isn't much left that we need to do before we can go ahead and ransack the place, but might as well hold off for a little bit longer. And then we'll swing back this way, now that our inspiration isn't as important. Talk to this guy.
Poor lad. I could give you peace, you know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee to, you stubborn rat?
Please, stop!
Ah, here to see your friend, have ya? Come and join him if you like.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your Illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
I'm going to try to deceive him, get him to go have a drink. Oh god, that is such a high roll. Yep. Also, where's my party? Why couldn't I do... That's fine.
You? I'll believe that when I see it.
Oh, I'm a little out of practice some of the time.
Then. Wasting my time like that!
Give me a second here. I need Shadowheart over here. I forgot to put her back in my party. Come on, Shadowheart. While I'm waiting for them to come up, I'll go this way. Nope, not that. Don't steal. It's just map. Okay, try this again.
What you still here for? I said out!
Oh, you're not gonna let me let him go, are you? You dick. It's alright. We will free him eventually. Not too worried about it right now. And then we'll get him and Karlach.
Come on, let's go.
To stand together. And we'll have Shadowheart throw a potion at them. Health doesn't need to be full, especially now that we have the 3 temporary hit points, but I recommend putting it up a little bit before we go this way.
What are they delaying for? Can't we just swarm the
And we go into this door. We can ignore everything for now and just go straight down here.
See? It squealed! Hit it again!
Keep your hands steady, 3.
Stop them! Free me!
Again! Again! Make it squeal again.
God, I hate these kids. The hells are you doing?
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs.
And it makes funny noises.
We made it squeal.
Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
Leave him alone.
What here? Get lost if you can't stand a bit of roughhousing.
Release me! Get rid of them!
And then you can feel free to attack these guys. Don't worry about triggering the camp above. You're not going to. Just go ahead and attack them.
Blood.
Okay. And then we will go ahead and have Gale go up here. Yeah.
Step by step.
Turn that off because we won't need the extra chance to hit. Ooh, missed.
What's this?
Alright, well, go ahead and have her frenzy. She doesn't need the damage boost, but I am then going to go ahead and kill these kids. As horrible as that sounds.
Need to act fast.
We'll have her come up here. Try to kill him. There we go.
There's blood in the air.
Starion. Yeah, we'll have you go this way.
Break them.
Another one down. Nice. Then we'll have you come over here.
With finesse.
Okay, and then we'll have you kill that child. And come this way.
I'm heating up.
We'll have you
Boom!
kill that one.
In position.
Come this way.
Need to stay focused.
And I go.
Just have you come up here.
Go for the throat.
Have Astarion pull the lever. And then he can go in and kill one of these guys. Or at least do a lot of damage to him.
That worst nightmare.
Now this
I
is
should have
my
had him step
happy
up a little
place.
bit. That was on me. It's alright though. Got that.
Talk to me. Got to move.
I'm ready.
Boom. And then the bear transforms.
Pardon the viscera.
But most of you
One
knew that, I'm
should
sure.
cherish all of nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down the list. Not only do you speak with a bear, but you free it too? A true friend of nature. Or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid Halsin.
You're Halsin. The Master Halsin of the Emerald Grove.
Yes, but just Halsin will suffice. Unbecoming to demand honorifics from the one who saved my hide.
I spoke to Nettie. She said you could help me with the parasite in my head.
Parasite in your head? You mean you have one of them? Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
I escaped from an Illithid ship after being infected. Maybe the process was interrupted.
Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. You weren't speaking lightly when you said you needed help. Let me tell you what I know. I've been studying these parasites for a while now. Ever since I discovered these so-called true souls are infected with them. Someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic, which means I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help. I didn't find what I came here for, a way to remove the tadpoles, but I found the next best thing. I found out where they come from. That must be where these enchantments are placed on them. And it's where you'll find your cure.
Tell me what you've learned.
I overheard that the cultists are sending all of their captives to Moonrise Towers. Innocents go in, true souls come out. Given that all of these true souls are infected, it has to be the source for this magic. If you want to find a cure, you must head there and discover how the tadpoles are being manipulated.
Altered parasites, a cure at Moonrise Towers, maybe? Sounds like guesswork at best.
I'm as certain as I can be. If you have a better alternative, I won't stop you. I can't stop you, in fact, which brings me to my next problem. I've no right to ask more of you, but if you could help me, I'd be free to join your journey to Moonrise. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected.
All right. How do I help?
My thanks. If you prevail, I'll owe you the debt of a lifetime. Rare is the beast that survives decapitation. Help me eliminate the Drow Minthara, the Hobgoblin Draw Ragslin, and that perversion of a Priestess Gut. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself.
You can put him in your party for this quest. I don't advise doing that just yet because he makes a mess of things. So I'll deal with this. You get to safety.
There is no safety. Not while this rot festers. Once it is cut out, once the growth is secure, then I shall leave.
Wait here until it's done.
May Sylvanas guide your hand. Focus on the leaders. That's all it will take to restore the balance here.
Okay, that's it. You can't actually get him in your party until way later, towards the end of Act 2. Worg Fang is actually pretty decent against goblins. It gives you disadvantage against you, which is helpful, but it's not ultimately something I'm going to bother equipping, especially because goblins aren't very strong to begin with, as you've probably noticed. Don't think there's anything important in here. There is this doorway, though, and there's a couple lootable items in here. You can go ahead and grab those. Refilling our stock of health potions, so that's nice. Go up here, loot this room. Up top. This is also a prison. If you happen to get arrested by the goblins for any reason, you'll end up in here.
Decaying legs protrude from the hole. A failed escape, it seems.
Go ahead and inspect the body, just for funsies.
It seems the tunnel collapsed mid-dig and suffocated him. A crooked heart is embroidered on his left shoe.
And then pull his body free. If you happen to get arrested intentionally or otherwise,
perhaps you can escape where he failed.
You can pull his corpse free and then sneak out of that.
I think a quick blast of magic won't clear.
And there's actually an achievement for doing that. I think all the prisons have some way to escape, and if you escape from any of them, you get a achievement.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Why is there a heart on one of your shoes?
My son Garland did it. If I ever missed him, could look down and remember him.
There you go. Just to tug on those heartstrings a little bit more. How'd you get trapped in the tunnel?
Digging too quickly. Felt tunnel collapsing. Kept going. Better dead than warg meat.
Were you the only prisoner here?
Goblins took my friends. Cut them up for the wargs. For meat.
How did you end up here?
Heading to Baldur's Gate. Didn't hear Goblin patrol.
So who are you?
Taglin, carpenter, father of two.
The spell's power wanes.
Just a little something to break your heart. Come this way. Ooh, once per turn when you dash, you gain wrath for 2 turns. No, those aren't the ones. And then if you want to, you can grab all this suspicious meat. Quote unquote meat. Beastmaster's Chain gives you animal friendship. It's a crappy spell. I'm not going to bother with it. Just going to sell it. All these potions. Oh, grease bottles we'll send to Karlach for a little bit. Giordu. Why does that name sound familiar? Was that the guy from Pillars of Eternity? Hen Island. Yeah, that's who I thought. It was the dwarf, right? Oh, that's twisted. And there's just some lootable items in each of these rooms, so you might as well go ahead and grab all this. We can successfully leave, and we'll never have to come back. Well, I think you'd have to go back and talk to Halsin at some point. Ignore these guys for now. Next up, I'm going to go on a little detour up here, where we'll find this chest. Arrow of Transportation is great, or Transposition is great. It's basically like a free teleport. Not a free teleport, but wherever you shoot it, you teleport to, which is pretty cool. Firebolt, we can sell. These two we will give to Shadowheart. No, ignore the candle. And then we can hop over here. Grab this guy. Open up this chest. And then separate Gale.
Magic.
Make sure you don't jump off. More loot. Go this way. Go up here. Hey! Hey, Yogi. How you doing today, my friend?
Something over there.
Jump down here. You're, of course, going to take a little bit of damage, but that's fine.
For the wrong trade.
That was nice. Get that. 244 gold. And I think most of these are empty, but some of them do have some items that we can steal. That's it for down here. And since he has ridiculous strength, he should be able to jump right back up. You'll notice that all of these are like fire wine, smoke powder, etc. Don't set them off yet if you can help it. We're going to bounce back away from there. Meet up with everyone again. Put our party back together. Now we can head back this way. We came from that way, so we want to continue going this way. Any exciting plans this weekend? Grab all these. Bounce and skip and hop up here. Yeah. Over here, we got this guy. There's this chest over here, so we can go grab that. Okay, that's everything that's up here, so we can hop back down. Don't jump. Don't use any of the ladders in that room.
Let's not get its attention.
I'm gonna go this way first. All right, now that we're done with the left side and the top, or sorry, the right side and the top, we can go over to the left. And up here is this lady who we want to talk to, Roa Moonglow.
That the jingle of coin, I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous. You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the Zentarim.
Ah, the Zentarim again. You're no normal trader.
Half right, sharp eyes. A Zen is a normal trader. Just a matter of what's for sale. Weapons and other exotic goods, true enough. But most of all, we offer discretion. No judgment, no right and wrong, just good deals and bad. That a problem for you?
I've already done business with your kind beneath Joaquin's Rest.
Bit quieter, if you please. This crowd just burned that into the ground, you might recall. But good. That means Zaris and her little operation weren't found. Seems you're a friend of the family. That warrants a discount. A small one.
There we go. And let me see your wares. Blooded Great Axe is a significant improvement for Karlach at this stage of the game. Bow of Awareness is awesome. I always buy that for just the initiative roll improvement. I usually end up giving that to Shadowheart. The Wormling Staff is actually surprisingly powerful as a melee weapon, but it's not worth giving to anyone that we have in our current party. Okay, like I said, we'll equip her with the Bow of Awareness to give her the initiative upgrade. And then the Hunting Shortbow, I think at this point we can probably get rid of.
Hello.
What does he have? He has the Lightning. We might give that to him, actually.
What's the
What
story?
does she have? She has Herald, right? Yeah, we keep Herald. Herald is good. Yeah, let's give this to Astarion at this point, just for the +1. And then we can sell the Jolt Shooter. Go back to
I'd love to,
Karlach.
thanks.
Give her the axe. I love Cleave. Cleave is great.
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around.
Okay, before you go in here, come out here, unlink Gale.
Lost in thought.
Close the door, then go talk to her. This is a little cheesy, but worth it.
Ready to clear your head?
Then we go back out here. We open the door. We have everyone come inside. Close the door. What exactly are you going to do?
Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell.
Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna kill you. Change of plan.
The Absolute will protect me. You don't stand a chance.
We're not fucking around with goblins. What do you think this is? Come on now. Now the reason that we do that is because if you walk in there by yourself, she says oh, this is a private conversation, and she kicks your guys out anyways. And you do it this way. You can close the door and make sure that none of these guys see you about ready to kill her. So that's what we do. And then, yep, just go ahead and twonk. And twonk. Bonk again. Missed.
Give up.
It's
Not
okay.
now.
You should be able to do this with just basic attacks.
I'm going to
Don't
enjoy
bother
this.
wasting any spells or anything else. Like 22 damage with that weapon. Oh, it's so good.
Time to kill.
Use his shield now, of all things. Don't use your... There we go. Have him go ahead and use... Okay, we'll have him use a double, just in case. There we go. No, she's dead.
I doubt anyone will mourn this wicked
Link your party back
mouthpiece of
up.
the absolute.
Go ahead and loot her. She has a note. Can give this to Shadowheart. We take another Mind Flayer specimen. The Absolute's Talisman. This is why... One of the reasons why you want that brand. Whoever uses this has advantage on death saving throws. So it actually is kind of beneficial to get that brand because some equipment is a lot better. Case in point, if you have the Absolute's brand, +1 bonus to saving throw. This is actually an improvement over the shield you already have, so we're going to go ahead and equip that. We'll give that to Shadowheart. And then the Talisman, I kind of want to give that to Gale now as well. So we might as well. This we can sell because Astarion has Speak with Dead permanently. So, yeah, we can go ahead and sell that. I can level up. Holy crap, she hit level 5 quick. There we go. So now we can sell this. Boom. And now you can feel free to loot this whole room as well. Not that I think there's anything super exciting in here, but there might be a couple decent items lying around. Crates tend to hide good stuff. Or not in this room. Okay. So now, just remember going forward, we got to switch to Astarion in order to do this, but it should work either way.
The corpse seems willing to speak, but not to its killer.
Alright, she won't talk to us, that's fine. Okay, now we can make our way down here. This will cause us to leave the Goblin camp for a little while, but I do think it's important to go down here first. Okay, we've read that. I don't know if we've read this one. We've read that. I don't think we've read that one. Anyways, go ahead and just attack Palma. Wonk.
Your violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about to be returned in kind.
I don't know why it didn't let you send that through. People have posted links before.
Ready.
Smell blood. Need to learn the hard way.
Almost easy. Just beat her to death.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't allow links, but I certainly have in this one before. There we go. 2 more level ups. That's nice. I'm going to wait till everyone hits level 5 just to do it all at once so there's no confusion. We've read this. We've read both of these. Just grabbed another copy of that, so we'll trash that one. Alright, let me come back here real quick. And we do this. Boom. Crack that open. You can get away with just sending Gale down. Give him a potion of Featherfall. You don't have to break all these things open. There's nothing inside of them. You can just keep going into this next room.
Yes, my desire. Closer, my sweet.
Yeah.
I will wrap you and bind you and bite you and eat you.
You should eat a goblin instead. They're delicious. Oh my god. What is with these rolls? You know what?
More delicious than you. More bindable. More wrappable. More biteable. No.
She scuttles toward you, drooling.
It's fine. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm blind. Crap. Oh, this ain't good. Okay, one down.
I cannot take much more.
Send that to Gale. I hate that I have to use one of these, but...
The lesson is death.
I don't like this. There we go. Goodness. I'm having no luck. Well, oh goodness. And now he has enhanced leap, so you can give that to him. And he should be able to jump somewhere up here. Might take a second to actually see where you're trying to go, but there we go. Yoink.
I applaud.
Not worried about healing. We will not have another fight between now and what we're trying to do. Feel free to loot this room, though. There's some good stuff. Loot all the things. Amulet of Misty Step is awesome. Definitely take that. Someone's getting that.
Fine.
Misty Step is a teleportation spell, and it is, I'm not going to call it vital, but it's very helpful. Another recipe for you. Let's go ahead and give that Misty Step to... let's give it to you. Why not? You don't have an amulet equipped yet.
That might be worth it.
Ah, that just goes outside. I think you can only do it if you're a mage hand or maybe even a small creature. There is a very well hidden... Oops. Separate Gale first. Very well hidden chest back here. It's not even a chest, it's a skeleton. But Hill Giant Finger. Nice. Alright, in this room there is a puzzle, and it is super easy to solve.
Circles and stars.
What's that?
There's a book somewhere that tells you how to solve it if you read it, or you can just listen to me, because I'm going to explain it in 2 seconds. There's actually also the easy way of just unlocking the door. That is a thing that you can do, but we'll go ahead and do the puzzle. So the idea here is to get your party to stand off of the damn thing so you can see it. There we go. The 4 dark circles on the bottom. That's it. That's the whole thing. Ready for how easy this is? Womp. And now we are inspired. And hey, look, everyone leveled up. That was nice. Nice timing on that. Grab that book for some later on reading. And we're going to go ahead and level up. So level 5 is another pretty significant powered boost, and you'll see why in 2 seconds. That's why right there. Extra attack. 3 of your characters now get to make 2 standard action basic attacks, which is awesome. Not even basic attacks. They just get an extra attack. See, unarmed or weapon attack, you gain the extra attack feature. Fantastic. It's just a free attack. It's wonderful. It's great. Don't shy away from it. He also learns Misty Step on his own, which is wonderful in and of itself. So that's cool. As for your spell this level, Dark Vision's useless. Barkskin sucks. Lesser Restoration's meh. Protection from poisons meh. I mean, all of these kind of suck. I think in the past I've done Spike Growth because I think it's really interesting, but it also lasts forever. I'm going to grab Cure Wounds as like a just in case someone needs an emergency heal, but the odds of me actually even using it are pretty much 0. Astarion also gets an extra attack, so his damage just went completely through the roof. Gets another Kai point, which is great. He also unlocked Stunning Strike, which, as you may have guessed, it stuns the target, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But that's all he gets for this turn, so, meh. Shadowheart's a little bit more involved because she now has her level 3 spells, so there's a lot going on here. Obviously don't need Speak with Dead. Remove Curse is kind of useful here and there, but you don't need to hold it on your person all the time. You do want Glyph of Warding, and you want mass healing. That's the other one that you want. Eventually, you're going to want to put in Animate Dead. It's a wonderful spell, and Spirit Guardians is also pretty good in some niche areas, but we don't have the spell slots to make active use of them, and Glyph of Warding is the one that you want at this point in the game, so just hold on to that. And then we go to Karlach, who gets another massive boost as well because she gets an extra attack. She also just increases her movement speed, which is fantastic. So, oh, and another smite. We never really use her smites, but they're there if you want them. I don't know, Dre. I don't know why you didn't get a notification, but welcome, man. How you doing? If you haven't figured it out, this is another way into the Underdark. And we're just going to take a quick second to explore down here for a second. If you have Lae'zel in your party, we could have already done this, but since we don't, this is the other side of that gate that we couldn't get through earlier. So now that we're over here, we might as well finish this up and get all the good things. Go ahead and grab both of these, throw them into the camp so that we have them for when we need them without occupying our inventory. We'll grab this torch. I'm going to go up here, climb this here ladder. You can use the lever now. I'm not going to yet, but you can. I honestly don't remember if that's going to trigger anything. I don't think it does, but you definitely don't want to walk through the gate, even if you do manage to open it. Okay, we're going to do this. Grab this hammer. Oh, another waypoint, in case you needed it. Now we come over here, get all these books for reading later, and then we can go over here, pull out Gale. I recommend doing this. If you read the book that's over here, it kind of tells you what to do, but since we're not reading until later, or not. Thank you. That was silly. Then we can hit the lever. Come over here. Enter into this room now that all the lights are on. Gilded chest. Guidance. Helmet of Smiting is excellent for your paladin. You also technically could give it to Karlach, but I wouldn't recommend it as a barbarian because it's a medium armor. So if you happen to use, if you use a paladin, go ahead and give that to them. We went over this during the character creation. I'm not a huge fan of paladins. I think they're kind of, what's the word? All of you failed your perception rolls right there. Come on now. All of you.
What a day.
Wow. Okay. We'll go this way then. Jeez. That is a first. My rolls this campaign suck. You. Jump up here. I cannot believe how poorly I'm rolling. Anyone else? Thank you. Gosh.
This place is more dangerous than I thought.
Disarm this trap, or I kill us all. I can't. It is insane, the rolls that I'm getting.
Knock, knock.
Alright, in this one, we have the Luminous Armor, which, when the wearer deals radiant damage, they cause a Radiant Shockwave. Radiant Shockwaves are excellent. Inflict Radiating Orb. What does Radiating Orb do? -1 to attack rolls whenever an enemy is near it. So it is super, super helpful. That can be a really good piece of equipment to give to Shadowheart or a Paladin, if you happen to have one of them in your party. I'm going to go ahead and equip. Yes. So she no longer has the disadvantage on stealth, and she gets that bonus, and there you go. Now we can sell Lae'zel's armor, or give it back to Lae'zel, so she's no longer naked. You know what? Let's do that. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Like I said, you can go this way. We'll do that after we finish up with the Goblin camp, which will actually be fairly soon. But very, very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to head back to camp, and we're going to do an extended rest. We haven't had a conversation with everyone in a while, so let's go ahead and do that. See what everyone's up to.
May the darkness protect you.
That artifact seems to be protecting us somehow. Do you still have it?
Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life.
Curious that you just happen to have an item that can protect us. How did you come by it?
I was part of a group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mind flayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
Admirable conviction, though I think I'd prefer to know what I was getting myself into.
That's not a luxury open to many people, us included. I have my faith to turn to instead. You should find something of your own.
Thank you, Dark. Appreciate you. I'm so bad at that. How can you go to all this trouble and not understand why?
I told you already. I surrendered my memories for the sake of the mission. Shah's secrets must be protected. Duty demands it. Once I fulfill my mission, I can have my memories restored.
Let's let the matter drop. Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
Why would Shah subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
How can you manage living with such a thing?
It's less difficult than you might imagine, when you can't remember life without it. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Turn to other matters. Want to get to know you more, Shadowheart.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
Tell me something about yourself besides Shar, besides tadpoles.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
You'll have to point out night orchids to me if we ever pass some.
It's a deal.
Anything else you'd care to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memories suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
The memory suppression seems extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
Let's go to Volo.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
What do you know about mind flayers?
Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
And they're parasites? Do you know anything about them?
As a matter of fact, I do. But why do you?
Well, not only have I encountered a mind flayer, but I've killed one.
That can't be.
Yeah, I killed a mind flayer in its lair, aboard a nautiloid.
You're either an excellent storyteller, or you've experienced something quite exceptional. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter?
Malaise is one word for it, more like psychic transference.
Curious. Illithids, their technical name, form a hive mind. One shouldn't be able to hear their dark whispers unless
you've been infected with one of their parasites.
That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now.
If only your disbelief could alter facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Huh, ridiculous. Isn't it?
Examine me. Find out for yourself.
Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, my dear sweet gods!
Quit the shouting. Can you help?
I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Okay, and you get some armor from him. It's good for a bard, but we don't have a bard, so we're not going to bother with it. And then we're going to go to bed. Ah, okay.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
Blink away the discomfort?
The world
Doesn't really
swims as you close, then reopen your eyes. How long have you been waiting here? A moment? A night? A 10-day?
Chukil Gate Vlakith Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
I recommend doing here whatever is your best roll. Just make sure that you're not doing the surrender to Lae'zel. There's very few of these options in the game, but when they come up, don't toy with them, because if you die in conversation, that's game over. And doing this is game over. So on honor mode, don't mess around with it. It's not even a spoiler warning, just don't do it. So I have the best chance at doing a medicine roll, so that's what I'm going to do. It's just a fever, rest will break it. That's still a pretty low roll, all things considered. But at least I passed.
I cannot trust my own mind, so it seems I must trust yours. I will wait, but know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
I came just in time. You are transforming.
I know your voice. I've heard it before.
Yes, you have. I saved you before. I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
Respond to this however you want. I'm going to take the hand.
We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it. Nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you. But for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that. But only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
Perfect timing. Hey, Scratch.
The dog pants through a ball held firmly in his mouth.
Distract him with one hand and slip the ball from his jaws with the other. Honestly, it doesn't matter which one you do, as long as you get the ball.
He relinquishes the ball. It is well chewed and slick with drool.
Oh, the scritches. Alright, now we have the ball. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to everyone in the camp. I'm going to leave, buy my potions from what's her name, and then head back to where we just were, because we're just about done with the Goblin camp now.
Glick. I had a dream, as we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception.
Doesn't really matter what you say to them. Say whatever you want to improve your relationship or whatever. You're right, we should ignore this dream figure at all costs.
A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one.
Killer.
And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by Illithid worms.
Yeah, totally. We should have as little to do with these tadpoles as we can.
Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
Sounds like a pretty intense dream.
It was. And it seems so, not real, but not a dream either. Anyway, I told the entity to make tracks. I don't need anything else from this tadpole, thanks very much.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
It happened to you as well?
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole, use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream?
I did.
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
We should take every advantage we can get. Let's explore these powers and see where they take us.
Exactly. Waste not, want not. Even when it comes to mind flayer parasites. Now, was there anything else?
All right, I am going to use these. So, consume it.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
The tadpole offers psionic powers, drawn not from the weave, but the latent potential of your own mind. Such power lies beyond Mistress' control, and beyond her permission.
We're going to open our minds to it.
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was, and everything it was destined to be. Pure potential. Pure power.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Okay, and then all of them are gone, and we have unlocked Illithid powers. Now, regardless of how you're role-playing, again, if you're in honor mode, I strongly suggest that you take some of these. There is nothing to lose from taking at least this first level. So, do it. Why not? Especially favorable beginnings. It is an automatic proficiency bonus to every single roll you make in the game. Not every single one, it's your first roll against any target. So that means any lock you pick, any conversation that you have, your first attack roll against an enemy, all get a bare minimum of a +3 bonus, and that improves throughout the game. So do that. All of them are good, but the ones that I'm going to strongly recommend are get this guy, Concentrated Blast, and then get Psionic Backlash, and then get Cull the Weak. So this one you're probably not going to use very often because it's just a damaging. I mean, it does a lot of damage, which is really nice, but you have to be concentrating on something, so that means sacrificing your Hunter's Mark, which probably isn't worth it. Maybe in a pinch it would be, but Psionic Backlash gives you an extra 1d4 damage per level of a spell cast by any enemy surrounding you, and Cull the Weak makes any enemy that you now bring below 4 HP just dies. And all other nearby creatures take more damage as well. So, absolutely worth taking those. We go into his reactions and make sure Psionic Backlash is on. Then we're going to talk to everyone else again real quick.
It was bad enough having just one of those tadpoles forced upon us. I can scarcely believe you actually inflicted another on yourself.
These Illithid powers we're developing, what do you make of them?
On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from, and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it.
You want to go ahead and convince her to let you do this. Everyone in your main party, you want to convince them to allow you to turn this on. Odds are stacked against us. Can we truly afford to ignore a potential advantage?
Well, perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's explore these powers then. I just hope we don't come to regret it.
Well, no tentacles yet. I suppose we can consider that a success.
He doesn't require convincing, so that's nice.
Feeling Illithid?
About our tadpole
You really
powers.
did it, huh? Not worried about adding more Illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
I was hoping you might. The benefits seem to outweigh the costs.
Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet.
Okay, real quick, switch over to Shadowheart. Have her cast guidance on you.
Time for a boost.
And then go ahead and persuade her. Look, we might be facing a cult more powerful than we know. We need all the help we can get. Very high roll. Oh yeah, nice.
How do you do that? Always making sense when I least want you to. Fine. I'll keep an open mind, all right? I can promise that much. Now, are we done here?
Fuck yeah, Karlach. Alright, so that's all 3 of them. Sweet. Now, you don't have enough points to give them any powers yet, but that'll come in handy in the future. Alright, now, like I said, real quick, I want to pop over to Emerald Grove. Nope. What do you want, Astarion?
So, you've indulged. Just helped yourself to a little more power, I see. And there isn't a tentacle to be seen. Not a bad deal, I'd say. My only complaint is that you didn't want to share. I wouldn't mind indulging myself.
I wasn't sure you'd want to indulge in this.
I admit, I wasn't keen to be the first to try it, just in case there were any, surprise side effects. But now that we know it's safe, I'm all for experimenting.
Oh my. Maybe another time.
I might just hold you to that.
Okay.
It shall be done.
Keep going. Is she gone? Oh no. Aw, weak. Okay. So ends my Auntie Ethel runs. Alright, cool. So now we have to start being very careful with our consumption of these elixirs. Ah, what did I do? I think I know what I did. But that's okay. That's okay. We can survive without them. We actually have a pretty healthy stock. We're starting to get some fingers from sources. We should be alright. And that actually means that instead of going into the Underdark, we're going to be going south next. That is the next course of action. So instead of going to where I was going to go, let's go ahead and pop over to the Blighted Village. I'm going to take a second to buff. We can now summon Scratch. He's a good boy. Don't worry about him getting damaged in combat. It's going to happen, and he will survive. Even if he dies in combat, you can resummon him again during your next short rest. Oh, never mind. I know what to do. Give the ball to Karlach.
Hey ho.
Okay.
Quite ready for you.
Try this again. Alright, and then go ahead to Astarion. Make sure that he gets his elixir. Shadow Heart. Go ahead and cast Aid. And oh, she can do that at level 3 now, which is now 10 HP per person, which is wonderful. Warding Bond. Don't use a level 3 on this. It's the same type of spell no matter what level you cast it at, so always choose the lowest available, which is level 2.
I have the
so
magic
that's
touch.
everyone buffed up. And then one final thing before we call it a night in this game. There he is. Volo.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
If Dre's still on, I think he'll appreciate this. Has your research turned up anything that might help with this parasite problem?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
This is the perfect way to end the stream. How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
This parasite is on you. Ah, you know what? Just do it.
Volo carefully
Do it.
holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
We're going to endure.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push.
Clench your fists.
Pain shoots through your body
I
as the
can't.
needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it.
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Hold as still as possible.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
I the implement, but allow him to proceed.
Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
Now, don't move.
Hold your breath.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat!
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
Ah.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
You knocked my bloody eye out.
Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
And there he goes. But now, as gruesome as that was, I now have a white eye, which I think is badass looking, and it allows me to see invisible creatures. That is of huge benefit in honor mode, so grin and bear going through that, because it is absolutely freaking worth it, as horrible as it is. Oh no. Ugh. Alright. We're gonna call this here for the night. Dude, it's so vivid. The first time that I witnessed that, I almost threw up. I literally almost threw up. It was bad. God. Anyways, as I was saying, the next time that we come to Baldur's Gate, we'll be going south, now that Anti-Ethel has already disappeared, because that is a lower level area than the Underdark, and there's more magic items to be found and things to be done. And then we can advance the Goblin Camp quest and finish up the Underdark proper, and it all makes sense story-wise now. So that's what we're going to do. You had to look away? Yeah, dude, it's not pretty. I get it. I totally get it.